Now, I want to share with you guys a really funny story. I recently met this young woman who was telling me about her mom, who divorced her dad and remarried a millionaire. So she's practically a trophy wife right now. And she eats right, exercises regularly, takes care of her skin, and she's about in her 50s or 60s. She looks better than most 20-year-olds who are young, beautiful, and physically fit. And she turns to her daughter, who doesn't really care about her looks as much, and says to her in a sarcastic and demeaning way, "You don't have to look like that." Which she's practically saying, you can look better than that, daughter. Right? So I thought that was so funny. And it inspired me to create these 5 S's that are really important if you want to look and feel your best. And too many people just throw these things in the back burner. Number 1 is sunscreen. We got to protect our skin from harmful UV ray damage. And hello, nobody wants to look like an old leather bag, right? Number 2 is sleep. It is not enough to just run on a few hours of sleep. We need a good amount to feel great. Number 3 is shower filter. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, a shower filter is really important to filter out all the bad stuff in tap water, like chlorine. Think of it as like when you're cutting open an apple and you leave it there for half an hour. What happens? It turns brown, right? The same thing happens to us, but it's called aging, and you can't see it with the naked eye. And number 4 is a really good skin regimen. And I'm not talking about just cleansing and moisturizing. I'm talking about exfoliating, toning, and in some cases, spot treatments. All right? So remember that. And it's not only about us taking care of the outside, but it's about what we're taking on the inside that will reflect on the outside, leading me to the 5th S, which is supplementation. Now, our crops nowadays don't have the same amount of nutrients as it did 50 years ago, which is why supplementation is no longer a luxury. It's a requirement. And too many pill form supplements out there have a lot of binders and fillers, such as talc, hydrogenated oils, and even sawdust. I mean, what are we really paying for here, right? Sometimes it comes out the same way it came in, and that's what you call a bedpan bullet. I mean, you guys could even Google it. There are x-ray images of people who have like a handful of daily pills that's still stuck in their system, not even processing or passing through. I mean, think about our elderly who have like weak stomachs that can't even break the stuff down, right? So that's why it's really important to choose a supplement that will be the same pressure as your body fluids and will deliver all of the nutrients throughout your body properly. All right? So remember those 5 S's. And actually, make that 6. Subscribe.